Welcome back to the Stadium of Light, where Sunderland have been beaten in a late penalty shootout by 4-2 in the Papa John's Group F final game in the group stages of this competition. Of course, Sunderland have already progressed to the next phase of the competition. We're going to look back through the highlights now, and Danny's alongside me to talk through them. Let's just run them, and we can discuss any of the moments from tonight's game. And as we said in the summary as well, it's a chance for players to get some minutes, perhaps ones that are coming back from injury, and perhaps a chance for some of the players as well to stake a claim for those first-team spots.
Yeah, well, I think it's exactly that, and the team that Lee Johnson sent out there tonight, he obviously wasn't happy at the weekend's result and performance. We mentioned it as well after the game that he is giving these lads an opportunity, and as we said, trying to get a tune out of the boys as good as we were in those opening 10 games of the season. That's gone away from us in the space of 3 or 4 games. So you can see, I think you can see at this moment in time, the confidence has been sapped out of the lads. At both ends of the pitch, we're not really creating a lot. We're not breaking teams down. We scored, I think before tonight, it was 1 in 5, wasn't it, in the last 5 games, and then we've been shipping goals at the other end. So we need to get back to being hard to score against. And I think it's a big plus here. You see Broadhead, for me on this occasion, it doesn't come off for him, but I think he brings an energy to the team. He works his shift. The balls come up to him where he doesn't look favourite to win, but he's getting there. And he sticks hold of the ball. And I think, for me, I know in the formation we play, we often play with a lone striker, with maybe a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. But I go back to the Cheltenham game where it was him and Ross Stewart up top that night, and we scored 5 goals. He was involved in a lot of those, a lot of things we've done well that evening. So I think if we can, unfortunately after that game he picked up the injury, didn't he? And we haven't seen him until Saturday against Mansfield. So if we can keep him fit now, as I mentioned there, we've got a good 10 days or so, we can get some good training sessions into him.
Just watching pictures of their goal this evening here.
Let's have a look at it back in. As I say, we had a lot of bodies back there, didn't we? And it's just once, the alarm bells have got to start ringing once the opposition are getting in and around the box. Where's my man? Be big and strong, get around him, don't make it easy for him in there. He just got in, just played off the shoulder, didn't he, of Luke O'Nien in behind him, and it was a tap-in for him. But then I think towards the end of the half we had 1 or 2 half opportunities, didn't we? I think Diaku had the best opportunity, I think, in that first half where he sat his man down and then he hit it straight at the goalkeeper, I think, really. But then start of this second half here, Elliot Embleton picks up, see Broadhead there on the left of your picture, he's in between the 2 centre halves. Lovely little ball from Embleton, just drops it with a lovely weight. That's
a massive positive from this evening, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
His performance and that goal.
His performance, yeah, as you say there, and his goal, you see his confidence in it. And then it's just having another look at it now where Embleton just drops it in there. 2 centre half. From our point of view, if it was us there, you'd say he can't be getting in between the centre halves, but he does. A great first touch, and then it just sits up there and he bangs it past the goalkeeper, and it's a great finish. And then he came off not long after that. And then here we go. We did have a little spell, I felt, down this left-hand side, but give credit to Bradford, they had bodies back there. Harris on it was a difficult one for him to turn home there. And there's another opportunity again, getting into the box. Yeah, I think this is one Diaku. Just once he gets to the byline there, I think he's not bad on his left foot. I think we've seen his goal, didn't we, down at Crewe, but on there he just couldn't wrap his foot around it. And this was his big opportunity. I think he can take his 2 or 3 touches there, he can pick his spot, and he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Comes to Harris, but there's not that power on the pace on the ball. He has to try and generate it himself, but the defender gets back and manages to clear it off the line. I think this one here, I thought he caught that really well, didn't he? And we thought it was in from where we were when he struck it, but just goes past that post. And another opportunity here at that far side. Again, similar there. It looks like from this angle where we were that it was going to be nestling in that top corner, but it just fizzes up high and wide. And then Pritchard late on takes the free kick off Luke O'Nien. I think Luke fancied it, but Pritchard pulled rank. And it's a great strike, isn't it? Keeper's well beaten. It just comes back off there, whether it's the post or the angle.
Yeah.
And then, Will Harris late on this one here. I think difficult one. These are those ones you see maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 that fly in that far corner. But he doesn't quite catch hold of it. And it just bobbles past that far post. And here's that opportunity right at the death. And it was a great save, I think, from Hoffman. He's down well to his left-hand side, and that was the end of normal play, wasn't it? And then on to the penalties.
Hoffman saved the
first
first one.
Yeah, first one saved by Hoffman with his legs. I think Pritchard steps up for us, doesn't he? Goes the same way. This one's actually in the corner. I think it's a pretty decent save from the goalkeeper.
Sam Hornsby in goal this evening for Bradford.
That one, yeah, bang straight down the middle. Was it Cook, wasn't it? I think, yeah, it was a good strike down the middle.
Cook with that one. Then Luke O'Nine's penalty was good, top right hand side.
It was a good penalty, yeah, just stays it into that top corner, doesn't he? Quite casual from Luke, and even though the keeper goes the right way, say with that height on it, you know, the keeper's never getting to that. I think this one's similar as well, isn't it?
Levi Sutton.
Just a casual stride up, and pretty similar to Luke O'Nine's, wasn't it? Just opens his right foot out there and just guides it into the top corner.
Will Harris scoring that one.
Yeah, nice. Tucks it away, doesn't he? Keeper goes the wrong way and just slots it into the bottom corner. Next one for Bradford. Say Hoffman goes the right way there, but it's right in the corner, isn't it? It can't quite get there. And then it's Lyndon Gooch. And you know what? I don't think it's a bad penalty from Lyndon Gooch. It's, you know, he's got a good bit of pace on it. It's right in the corner, but the keeper goes early, doesn't he? And he gets his tips on it round the post. And there's the winning penalty. One there. See, Hoffman goes the right way, but just that little bit of elevation on it just beats him there. And I'll say it's disappointing really to miss out as such. I mean, we're already through, aren't we? I know you mentioned there that yes, if we'd have won the game, we'd have been secured a home tie, but you know, we're through. I think I know a lot of people, it's not a priority this season, let's have that right. Yes, we won it last year, but we know what the priority is, and that's getting out of this league. But while we're in it, it's an opportunity for some of the younger boys to have a run, and some of the lads coming back from injury. You know, I think Alves to get some game time, one or two others. Diaku trying to get some confidence into these boys. I think Jamajli as well, we'll see him maybe coming into that. I think he's coming back and getting some game time. So while you're in that competition, let's use it as that. And then maybe if we do get as far as we did last season, semis, that's when you start to maybe take it serious, and at the end of the day, it's some silverware, isn't it?
Absolutely. Okay, then let's get into your thoughts now as we look through the hashtag AskDanny's on social media. So the first one, I think it's from Mark. It says, why are we always in a hurry to take free kicks and goal kicks? Do you find that?
I think goal kicks, sometimes you need to set the tempo, really. I think if he was referring to Hoffman, yeah, sometimes he does try and get us going. You know, sometimes if they've had an attack and they've got 6 or 7 bodies forward and he's got the opportunity to try and catch him on the counter-attack, then why not try it? You know, it's nothing worse as a defender than the ball gets shelled over your head and you're running back towards your own goal. What can you do? Maybe put it out for a throw-in. So it gets you up the pitch. I think in terms of free kicks, I'm not sure about that one. I think, you know, late on, obviously, the one that springs to mind, we had the Pritchard free kick where we settled down and he's took the ball off Luke O'Nine, and it was almost the right decision, wasn't it? He rattles it against the angle of the goal. So I think I can't remember too. Sometimes in football, I think it's a good thing when you do things quick. You know, the opposition,
as long as it comes off.
Well, yes. You know, sometimes the opposition turn their back on play. You know, even if it's around the halfway line, the ball's down, spot the ball down and play quick, and it gets you going, sets the tempo. Sometimes when you're lethargic and you put the ball down and you're maybe thinking, do I take it quick or do we wait till we get the centre halves up and chuck a ball into the box, and it gives the opposition the chance to regroup. So sometimes it is a good thing. You've got to assess where you are in the game. I think if you've just taken the lead, maybe it's a time to slow it down, but sometimes try and put some tempo and some intensity into your play by doing things quick.
Thanks, Danny. Let's move on to the next one then, please. This one is from Joe, who says, could 4-4-2 be an option for the game against Ipswich based on Broadhead's performance tonight? I think you said it in commentary. He would really be complemented by someone else up top with him, wouldn't he?
I think so, yeah. And whether it's a listen, I'm not going to pick Lee Johnson's team for him or his formation. I think when I watch Broadhead, I know Ross Stewart is a nailed-on starter for me, and I think watching Ross in the last few weeks, he's doing a lot of work off the ball, closing centre-halves down, and I think Ross would benefit as well from having someone up there alongside him. I'm thinking back to when we played Cheltenham. They played up top together that night, and we won the game 5-0.
Yeah.
You know, whether Broadhead would drop into the pocket and Ross would stretch it or vice versa, they work well together. They're both happy to run in behind. I think they both hold the ball up well. Ross is obviously a bigger frame than Nathan, but he sticks it well. I see it time and time again. He's getting balls coming up around his neck, and he jumps up. He's pinning it in there. He's getting hold of the ball, and he brings people into play. And we can see he can finish. You know, he took his goal well. He took his goal well down at Wigan. So I'd like to see him getting into the team. Yeah. So then do you maybe look at your team. Where do you go? You can go 3-5-2. You can go a standard 4-4-2 with wingers, or a 4-4-2 diamond, which I think can possibly suit us as well. You know, if you got a diamond, then you're relying on your fullbacks for your width. Now you've got Sirkin, who I think is capable of doing that, getting up and down the left-hand side. I think we've seen whether it's Winchester that plays there. I think Huggins, when he can come into it, he looks like he can get up and down there. So it's having that right personnel who's suitable for going with the system you want to play. But I'd certainly look to, looking ahead to the Ipswich game, to certainly start him up there with Ross Stewart.
Okay, thanks, Danny. Let's have another one, I think. This is the last one this evening from Mac, our friend over in Poland. He says Sunderland have not won any of their last 6 matches, not including the penalty shootout against QPR. We can't beat Bradford City. Our team is in a deep crisis. What Coach Lee Johnson should do to stimulate the team to better play after the break? Well, it's a good opportunity for a bit of a reset. I mean, you're not in charge of the football club by any stretch of the imagination, Mr. Danny Collins, but what would you be saying to... Maybe what do you think Christian Speakman's got planned for even the manager and the players? Do you think they'll get a couple of days off now? What do you think will be the schedule?
Yeah, we had a quick chat there, didn't we? And I think game tonight, this is me if I'm in their shoes as you're asking the question. I'd maybe give them tomorrow off, have them in Thursday certainly, and give them the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, regroup. Go and spend some time with your families now these last couple of days, weigh everything up. And then let's get back at it Monday morning, Monday, Tuesday.
Fresh start and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, full week build-up. Obviously no midweek game next week, so you've got a full week of training. So you've still got, even if you have them in Thursday, then you've got Monday, Tuesday, quite a hard session because give them the Wednesday off. And then Thursday, Friday, you're building up to the Ipswich game. You're working on some shape, whether Lee Johnson's looking to, as I say, tinker the shape there. So you're Thursday, a lot of shape play, and Friday as well, working on set plays as well. So you've got 5 training sessions there. If that's the way they go, you've got 5 training sessions for building up to that Ipswich game. Hopefully the lads have a little mind reset as well. They know it's not been good enough individually and collectively. The goals we've shipped, we've gone through that. You've got, some boys away in internationals, Dan Neil, Flanagan, one or two others. So it's a chance for the boys that are here now, the lads that have played tonight, Saturday as well at the weekend. Yeah, we wasn't good enough at the weekend. Tonight, overall, the performance over 90 minutes perhaps wasn't good enough either. So I'm sure Lee Johnson's going to, I said on comms there, he'll be scratching his head. A big decision in terms of the 11 he picks at the weekend. Sorry, the weekend against Ipswich, not this weekend.
20th.
Yeah. So he'll be having a lot of thinking going on with his staff. I'm sure they'll be watching a lot of video over the next few days. I think he's deep in that. Lee Johnson, he never switches off, I don't think, from football. Weighing it up and thinking, what's the best way for us to go now? Getting back to what we were doing well, what got us those victories early on. Going back to the Wycombe performances, Cheltenham, 1 or 2 other games where we've had to dig results out and we've been solid at the back as well. But I feel we do it well when we pass through the lines quick. Balls going into Dan Neil or Luke O'Nien, whoever's playing in there with him. They're opening up and they're fizzing balls through the play, catching teams on the hop before they can get set in their shape. So he'll have to weigh it up over these next few days, all of next week, get the lads back at it on the training ground because they know what is expected of them this season, and that is promotion, whether it's automatics, whether it's through the playoffs. Obviously it hasn't gone well for us in the playoffs in recent times at this level, but they know it's big expectation of them. And when we lose games of football, of course they're going to get scrutinised, and it's the way we've lost the games of football. If we'd have gone to Rotherham, we know they're going to be up there, and if we're competing and they manage to nick it 2-1 or 1-0 and it's a close game, but we went there and we got rolled over in a heavy defeat. We went to Sheffield Wednesday, didn't lay a glove on them really, got rolled over, two heavy defeats, and it took the stuffing out of the boys. So yeah, got a reset, got a good week ahead of them now, ahead of that Ipswich game, and they're coming here full of confidence as well. But I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can reset and we react in a big way.
That's right, and there'll be a big crowd here at the Stadium of Light as well, and every single one of them walking through the turnstiles wants nothing more than a Sunderland win, as we do here on SAFC Live. You can join us for that game on Saturday the 20th of November. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff here at the Stadium of Light, and if you're an international viewer, you can buy your matchday passes right now. Thanks for being with us this evening. Despite losing on penalties, Sunderland do progress in the Papa Johns. We'll see you next time.